Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you like making money or like commodities, investing in some of the most undervalued commodities in the world, this is the channel for you. Click subscribe, give me a thumbs up for the content, and leave comments below on any questions that you have. I'm going to be talking about the U.S. housing market, real estate, giving it an update here. You're going to lose me, so you can look at the article here. This is the U.S. housing market sales and price forecast for 2021. Will it crash? And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to read a couple of important things. This is a typical U.S. home was worth $266,000 in December, up 8.4% from a year ago. A total of 5.64 million homes were sold in 2020, up 5.6% from 2019, and the most since before the Great Recession, according to Lawrence Yun, NAR's chief economist. Sales also rose 0.7% from November and 22.2% year over year. Existing home sales reached the highest level in 13 years. We're going to go down here. The Millennials have aged into their prime home buying years, and they are now the fastest growing segment of home buyers. So that's something to touch on here. Millennials make up the largest share of home buying population at 38%. I'm going to go down and look at some of these in bolded out here. It says realtor market data for the week ending February 20th, 2021 shows that the median listing prices increased by 14.5% over last year, notching the 28th consecutive week of double-digit price growth. With the continued supply-demand imbalance, this upward pull on prices is expected to remain consistent in 2021. If mortgage rates increase later in the year, it will affect the affordability and will test buyer demand in the months ahead. So here it is, the key housing stats, the first 2 weeks of March 2020, weeks ending February. So median list price up 4.5% year over year. We've got total listings declining, which is your inventory. Time on the market is 4 days faster year over year. So we're still moving inventory even faster. We've got some more new listings at plus 5%, and the listing prices continue to go up at a very good pace. It says housing price forecast 2021, the pace of appreciation is steady. It says between 2020 and 2040, there will be 9.3 million net new renter households, a 21% increase. So renter growth going up. Household growth averaged 12.4 million per decade from 90 to 2010, 7.3 million from 2010 to 2020. They estimate an average growth of 8.5 million from 2020 to 2030 and 7.6 million from 2030 to 2040. This decline is the result of slowing U.S. population growth and lower headship rates for most age groups. It says both the inventory of homes and mortgage rates are now at historic lows. The month supply of existing homes for sale has fallen to 1.9 months, the lowest level since the series began in 1999. With inventories this tight, it is unlikely that existing home sales can continue to rise at last year's pace, which means there could be a little slowdown in existing sales throughout 2021. ESR Group expects home sales to rise about 4% in 2021. So that's pretty good there. In previous forecasts, the company predicted a 4.8% increase in home values between August 2020 and August 2021. The current extreme demand that is reflected in sharply rising prices can be attributed to the pent-up demand for home purchases from the March to July period when the great part of the country was in total lockdown. Here's the top 10 housing markets in 2021 for sales and price growth. I didn't even look at this yet. Denver, that's where where we're at least where I live. But it looks like it's all West Coast. Housing affordability crisis in 2021. Well, yeah, if we have no homes to buy, of course there's going to be a crisis. So that is housing market mortgage delinquencies in 21. Record low mortgage rates and shortage of inventory are keeping the U.S. housing market strong concerning buyer demand. Prices have been surging month over month, breaking new records. There's a backlog of foreclosures building up due to this moratorium, and no one knows how big that backlog is until the government programs expire. The foreclosure backlog comprises three types of loans: loans that were in foreclosure before the government's moratoria, loans that would have defaulted under normal circumstances, and loans that would default due to job losses induced by the pandemic. To help borrowers at risk of losing their home due to the coronavirus national emergency, the Federal Housing Finance Agency announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will extend the moratoriums on single-family foreclosures and real estate-owned evictions until February 28th, 2021. It will give relief to more than 28 million homeowners with an enterprise-backed mortgage. That's more on the mortgage delinquencies. It says they improved, but still 2.1 million homeowners remain delinquent, according to the latest released Black Knight. Just to let you know. So the U.S. Housing foreclosure statistics in 2021, it says there were a total of 9,702 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings, default notices, scheduled auctions, or bank repossessions, down 11% from a month ago and 80% from a year ago. So they are declining. I just want to touch on this because one of the pillars of a strong economy is very well linked with real estate. And understanding real estate and what it's doing is important as an investor, because if you lose this pillar, if real estate goes down and absolutely gets hit in terms of prices, if inventories go up, and then eventually we see a big rollover, this basically will knock everything out. So real estate is a large pillar to the stability of an economy. If real estate goes down, or when it goes down, that's when everything starts to basically deflate. If you guys like this presentation, if you like this types of updates, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for this, and leave comments below on what you guys think the real estate market's going to do. Do you think it's going to go down, up, sideways? Let me know. I'm a real estate bull. I think it's going to go up until I see the metrics change. That's my opinion on it. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.